DuderManHomieBro.
What
Where are we at? 34?
DuderManJaviBro.
Hey.
Cheers. Thanks for being here, brother.
On the YouTube? No.
Yeah, man.
It's CBD. Don't worry about it.
Shout out Corpus Christi, motherfucking Texas.
Oh, yeah. 361, baby.
361.
So,
Yeah, that's where we are.
why are you
That's not my
here?
weight. That's our area code. I'm not like just shouting out.
Shout out to the Islanders, brah.
Fucking dudes in Corpus love to rock the 361 t-shirt, and I could never wear one.
Yeah.
I didn't want people thinking like I was like, this dude's really proud of being fat.
He fucking printed out his scale.
Yeah. Like, whoa.
Yo, that would be dope merch if you had a scale with 361 on it.
Originalgordito.com. You can get it next week.
What's
There you go.
the over-under? 361.
361. Shit, I wish I was 361.
Guess Javi's
fucking goal weight, bro.
Guess Javi's weight.
361, is that my area code, my weight, or my cholesterol? Or my credit score?
Yeah, dude.
Yo, I'm rocking like a 520. I'm working on it
Dude,
so bad.
Dude, I just made it to fair,
Same
and I'm like
seas.
so proud of myself. I was like, yeah, hey, you're in your grown man shit, Javi. You got fair credit.
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
I got like
Fucking
8
hybrid.
$100 payments I got to make.
Yeah, I just got my
helps.
shit right, so I'm good.
Good
for
for
now.
you.
Is Miss Nasty good?
No,
No?
she's bad.
So does it fuck you up or not?
It did when we had a shared account. We had
Really?
Yeah, we had an incident where they froze all our accounts
Oh, that's always fun.
right before my direct deposit was about to hit.
Oh.
I had to leave work without clocking out just to run to the bank to open up a new account, give them my routing number, all this stuff, because the direct deposit was about to
Put the
hit.
money here.
Wow. And they were able to switch that fast?
Yeah, switched it that fast.
Wow.
Because it was the same bank. We just needed a different account.
God bless America.
They're like, "Do you want to put your wife on this one too?" I was like, "No,
No,
What wife?
no."
I don't even know who that is.
So we have her account as a shared account and mine separate, but she still sees all my Amazon stuff and whatnot. But yeah, but mine's good. Hers is getting good now. We've caught up, but this was like 4-5 years ago, and it caused some problems.
Y'all have a shared Amazon account?
Yeah,
Mrs. Nasty.
I have a separate Amazon account.
Do better.
My wife's
Really?
like, my wife's, and we're both paying for Prime, and she's like, it's silly that we're both paying for Prime.
yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
But because sometimes I like to order shit for her though. I'm like, so I'm not gonna order it through. I don't like going shopping, so I love Amazon.
Why don't you just wait for the shipping? Like, take the extra ship.
I'm not gonna pay for fucking shipping.
Nah, it's not necessary.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't.
Because I
worry
order a lot of shit. Like I don't like going to the stores. at all.
I don't use Amazon at all.
Nah.
For nothing.
And I'm like, I should use Amazon.
It's
my
addicting.
vice. And listen, I get it. Whatever you know, he may or may not be a super villain or whatever.
I'm not even.
about
But-
it. Oh, Bezos.
But the convenience, I feel like
So
outweighs
easy.
it. I'm like, yeah, the shit just shows up at my door tomorrow.
No, it's just because I've never had money. Now I have a little bit of money. I'm like, oh, I could use Amazon for
These
shit.
Jakey fucking money bags.
It's like you'll seriously be just having a conversation, like, oh, we should get one of those. Okay, cool. I just ordered it.
Yeah.
See, I use
at the door.
Amazon.
No, that's my mindset. It's like, I'm so poor. I've never used Amazon before. I've never had that
I'm talking about
luxury.
small shit. I'm talking about like,
Even that.
yeah,
I use Amazon like Costco because I get the big raw cones.
yeah. I don't be buying big shit.
And that's what I get sent to me. That's about all I buy.
Like $10 items. Like my son has a Game Boy Advance SP.
Nice.
Right, so he likes he's into like retro
Yeah.
games. You can't just go get that charger anywhere.
How old is he?
He's 9 years old,
Oh, badass.
and so the dog chewed up. We got a new dog. The dog chewed up his charger.
No.
They don't sell that shit at GameStop.
Yeah.
But instead of driving around town looking at every GameStop, hey, you'll go to SP charger and looking at me like a weirdo.
Yeah.
$9 on Amazon, free shipping.
Bam, bam.
You know.
Yeah.
I ordered
Make
it
it
Monday.
happen.
It got there today.
Dude,
Good shit.
because you got a puppy, right? A new puppy. that
I got
you
a new
learned-
puppy.
Yeah, my dog we've had for
I saw that.
6 years.
I saw that.
is chewing up money now, dude.
The 10.
What?
He
At
got
6 years old?
yes, dude. He got on my desk somehow, and fucking knocked over the fucking papers.
I'm not.
Chewed up a $10 bill.
And he's never done that. They've never done that before.
No, man.
So did you
I'm not
kill
trying to
it?
go Caesar Milan on you, like, the dog's like, but like, did something change in the house recently? Like the dog's like responding to? Like,
No, I don't.
it's kind of at 6 years old. That's kind of odd for them to just.
Put him
Yeah,
down.
that's what I'm saying. It's so.
Start
Yeah, I
chewing
tried to
shit.
sell him for $10.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Because he got into paper, and then he gets into
Yeah.
like the bathroom trash, like
Yeah.
fucking
Craigslist.
Q-tips. So disgusting, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, we feed you good. You're fucking spoiled and shit.
Yeah.
And then he just ate up a $10 bill, and he's just like, what's up?
They're just
Do something.
destructive. She's killed.
Do
She's
something.
killed like some chargers, a couple of just like those cheap little Bluetooth
Yeah,
headphones.
Dude. Oh yeah, he's
you
chewing
know.
headphones.
The On with an extra N, the Walmart
Yes,
brand.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Beats or nothing. Like I like have a drawer. I'll go to the store and buy like 3 or 4 of those and throw them in my desk drawer.
Nice.
Yeah.
And because if I lose them, I don't give a shit. Yeah.
I stay strapped with the Beats,
Yeah.
but they're in my back. Nobody can touch them
Yeah.
at no point.
Welcome to DuderManHomieBro, ladies and gentlemen. This is the late intro, as we like to do. And we got the only one and only motherfucking Javi Luna in the building.
Not.
One and all one.
People like to say that before my name. Unfortunately, I'm not the one and only Javi Luna. I'm one of few.
But we are just recording after
You fucking drunk mess.
after motherfucking the Keenan Thompson show. How did that go?
It was. I thought it was Cal.
Javi, Keenan, and Cal.
What'd you say? Yeah, this fucking asshole's over here on everyone's DMs. Hey, you're my favorite to win this year. You're my favorite to win.
Turns out it wasn't even a contest. They
No.
just made it a showcase.
It was a
which is
showcase.
even better.
A 3-minute showcase.
Yeah, you had
showcase.
3 minutes. How did that go?
I could have just sent you a video, fucking dick,
For free, dude.
for free.
Keenan's gonna watch it
Like
himself.
I don't even live in this town. Like some of y'all
Yeah.
live here. I was. Just,
It is
I
wild.
Drove.
It is wild. We had a lot of out of towners that wanted to participate in this showcase.
Huge
Well, because
showcase.
that's the luxury of y'all being in a larger market. We don't get that.
Yeah.
So that's why when people are like, "Oh, move to a bigger town," really the only advantage is you're not going to necessarily be a better comic, but if you're in with the club
Yeah.
and you get these showcases
Yeah.
for different stuff, and usually it's like an improv or whatever, you get a chance to get seen, maybe get picked up for something. But
Yeah.
other than that, if you're
It's just so wild for like other people to see us as a bigger city. Because I'm like
Because we're so
usually.
small.
Dallas, Houston, Austin, and then like San Antonio's
Yeah.
a big city. It's like,
well, because LOL didn't, even though like it's considered a major club, I don't think they ever. Very rarely did I see them doing a showcase, and then even if they did, usually the club will use whoever their regulars are.
they call it
Yeah.
homegrown.
Yeah, whoever their rotation,
Yeah.
whatever their, if you're past at that club, if you're a host or a feature, whatever,
Yeah.
you're the ones gets put on.
I would say it's like Dallas, right, is the biggest city in Texas.
Yeah,
Then it'd be like
Houston.
Austin,
right. Dallas,
Houston.
Houston.
You
I mean,
put-
population-wise, Houston's like 4 or 5.
Houston's bigger, but for some reason, and Dallas, like, even though I consider like Houston to be more, as far as you go, Texas comedy history. I mean, it definitely holds a lot.
Yeah, you
more.
got
The laugh
Kennison,
stop. Yeah.
But
Andy.
on the grander scheme of national comedy, I feel like more comics go through Dallas because of its where it's
Yeah.
at geographically.
Yeah.
So I think when a lot of people think Texas comedy outside of here, they either think Dallas or Austin.
I love Houston.
and then
man.
Houston, and it shouldn't be that way. But that unfortunately, I think you go back to like, the '80s and shit when you had like the laugh stop and
Yeah.
and then it was Houston. But I think now, unfortunately, as much as I hate to admit it, Dallas is probably
Fuck that. No.
No, I love you. I've never been to Dallas.
especially now with like Ralph, putting
Yeah.
Dallas
Yeah.
scene
Oak Cliff.
on the map.
Fuck George Lopez, fool. No, just kidding.
We ain't gonna
love-
jump on that. We ain't gonna jump on that.
I love George
Please don't,
Lopez.
please don't.
That was wild.
I'm
No,
glad for you.
the Latin Kings of Comedy was like my first introductory to comedy
I'm
for
sorry.
sure. Is that a word? Introductory?
You hanging out with Pat a lot lately, or
That was your introduction to comedy?
Introductory. No, yeah. No, you know what my introduction to comedy was? Was Happy.
Happy the Clown? Happy the Comedian?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Happy?
I know
Yeah.
Happy.
no, he doesn't.
He was like a Latino Latin comic. His name was Happy or whatever.
Really?
I viene cucuy. You remember that? You remember that song? I viene cucuy?
No, we had cable.
Sure I did. Sure
My
I did.
parents love me.
Dog, my parents would play that shit on a CD. And
Yeah.
like, it was,
he's a he's from Corpus.
Oh, no
really?
shit.
Yeah, he's from Corpus.
You know who else is?
So,
The guy.
oh yeah.
Your favorite
ex-boyfriend.
I heard he's out in the streets.
I don't know, man.
he was out, right? I saw a bunch of people
Oh yeah,
post
he
pictures with
went.
him.
He went by one of the clubs this
Yeah.
past weekend.
I
Yeah,
saw
did
Davey
did
post-
see that.
post
I met
pictures.
I met the other guy.
The white guy?
Yeah, what's his name? Gold Soul.
Yeah.
I met him a couple weeks ago. He came and stopped by Chingo's
Oh yeah.
show, and
Nice.
then they all run around at this really like funky artsy multi-use place called Produce downtown Corpus, and it's kind of like this super, like I said, artsy
Like a hub?
a hub. There you go.
Like a
I mean, they're
co-op?
doing all sorts of shit. So but it all kind of circulates and gravitates around this guy El Dusty. He's like this big
Oh,
EDM DJ producer guy. You know, was nominated for a Grammy a few years ago. Was a Billboard Top 100 artist. So he's a big
Nice.
deal there in Corpus. You know,
Really?
musically works with a lot of artists.
That's dope.
And he actually did, for my special coming out, he actually is the one that did the music.
No shit.
What's it called?
Yeah. The song?
No, the special.
Oh, the special is called Not For Everybody.
When's
Wait.
it coming out?
Yeah, it's coming out March 10th.
Southside House.
I know y'all.
Where can people find
I
it?
wasn't trying to work my plug-in too early.
Where can people find it?
It'll be on YouTube.
Dude, that's so fucking fly.
Yeah.
I saw the little preview that you posted.
Yeah.
Shit look hard as fuck.
Thank you.
Go and fucking
Thank
get
you.
it, people.
We're going for it, man.
Go and
You
fucking
know I'm gonna
get
root
it.
for you. You know I'm gonna root for
Thank
you.
you.
I
I
have to.
appreciate it. I appreciate.
Thank you for being on the
man.
show, man.
Yeah, dude, it's
Fucking
Yeah.
dope.
pretty exciting, dude. Why March 10th? Is there a significance for March 10th?
So, I mean, no, March 10th, the date. No, there's nothing
Okay.
significant about it. When the whole production side of it took a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but that was the cost of getting the production company that I wanted.
What you wanted.
Right,
Yeah.
like this guy's super busy, super in demand.
Yeah.
He was working on it. He gave me the homie price as much as he could on
Oh, yeah.
this thing,
Yeah.
and so I couldn't be too much of a dick about like, hey man, I need my
Yeah.
special.
I want it like
You
this.
know,
I want it
and
to look
so-
like this.
Well, no, that
No, time wise, like
that
hurry the
he
fuck
gave
up.
me. That like I was able to give him all the
the
notes, all
post-production
the edits
stuff.
and stuff. Yeah, it just the post production.
Okay.
Just ran super long.
Okay.
And so that is what led me to do the YouTube route. Because originally I wanted to try to maybe put it on Amazon or something just to a credit for a fucking flyer.
Yeah.
That's what we're all after, right? And it dragged on a little bit too long. So then when it was like, okay, how can I put this out as quickly as possible? And luckily everyone seems to be hitting on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, this makes the most sense. Let me try put it on there, and just a chance to get in front of as many eyes as possible.
Yeah.
And so then when it was clear that it was gonna be March, I initially wanted it on my mother's birthday, but that ended up being like on a Monday or something this year. And so I was
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
we really wanted to do it on a Friday, so we pushed it to the following Friday, which is the 10th. So that's how we arrived.
And so you've done albums before, but this is your first special.
I've released one album.
Yeah.
And that was during the pandemic, and it was actually I released it in 2020, and it was something I had recorded back in 2014.
What?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you told us about that. Yeah.
It had literally been just sitting on my laptop this entire time, and I think I'd even.
That's
transferred.
crazy because like I've heard like people like looking at that's basically like looking at an old set like the first set you ever did, like you're not grossed out by it, like
Well,
because
yeah.
you've come so far
Cringe.
from like 2014. Yeah, exactly.
no,
like,
absolutely. So,
how was that?
what it was is I was always happy with the set. I remember being happy with the set when I did it. I would think at that point, in 2014, I was maybe 3 years in.
Dang.
I was
Okay.
and we recorded it as part of a
Wow.
group with my group, the Vatos Locos of Comedy.
Yeah.
And it was me and 2 other guys. Unfortunately, neither one of them were happy with their set. We were supposed to be an album of all 3 of us.
Oh, that's dope.
I ended up doing the bulk of the time at that time, which was 35 minutes.
Yeah.
I never released it by itself because I was like, 35 minutes feels a little short.
That sounds phenomenal.
For a comedy album, I was thinking hour, right? I should have at least an hour. And then what happened during the pandemic, I started seeing all these cats release 30-minute albums,
Half hours,
35
dude.
half-hour albums. And I was like, huh, okay. And, of course, now technology has gotten to the point where you just... You go through a distributor, online distro. I use
CD
DistroKid
Baby,
for mine,
Distro-
CD
yeah.
Baby, any of those, and you just upload it, get your album art, and it's super cheap to press some CDs. And so I wasn't doing anything else during the pandemic. Went back and listened to it. I was like, it's not bad. It's not what I do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
But
good, right?
It's not, wasn't anything that I was like, oh, I'm embarrassed for anybody to hear
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
The sound was great. The quality was great. The set was fire. You could hear the laughs
Laughs.
throughout
Yeah.
the track. You can go. It's on iTunes now. It's called Javi Luna's Straight Outta Corpus.
Yeah.
Jokes I used to tell and a few I still do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is the-
Oh,
Solid.
that's
Solid.
that's
Yeah.
a great
Solid.
title.
and yeah.
Wow, because that's funny, man. Because like, it just even hearing like veteran commons talk about like
They're cringe
3
stuff.
years in, like 3 years in, and
Yeah.
compared to when you released it, you were like almost 10 years in. So to even look back at like 3 years in material.
Yeah.
Like you weren't grossed out about it. You were still proud about it.
This is
and
gonna
you still
sound like
put
I'm
it out.
sucking my own dick, but if
No,
if
dude,
but
fuck that.
anybody that was back there during that time could remember. I got very lucky. I had polish for some reason very, very early on.
That's great.
I'm talking about like year one. The constant compliment I was getting from older comics was they never believed me how long I had been doing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Be like, how long have I been doing it? I'd be like, 9 months. When I made it to the finals in Fist, I had only been doing it 9 months.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I got picked up on my first Southwest tour by year 2.
Yeah.
So
That's fucking
Good shit.
amazing.
so at year 3,
Fuck it.
I already had some miles. I had won some contests, so I was pretty sharp. Granted, I hadn't found my voice yet,
yeah.
right? But it was still solid enough comedy.
That's funny, man.
that
That's crazy.
I wasn't cringe, but I do hear that a lot about people like,
How do y'all
I can't watch myself early.
How do y'all feel about that? Because I'm not even 2 years in yet.
Watch
Because
old shit.
like
about my old shit or how me doing this
no,
shit?
about your
no,
old shit.
like about your like
Can you
Oh, I
watch
fucking
yourself?
hate it.
like
Can't
year
watch it?
like
I don't.
year 3 Scott, year 3 Pat, like because I'm not even 2 years in yet.
Year,
Like, you know what I mean?
Year 1 will make me cringe. Year 1 will make me cringe.
No, I mean, I'll find like an old book, and I'm just like, yo, what the
were
fuck
you
is
thinking?
this?
My Facebook memories fuck with me sometimes.
Yeah, they're kind.
Oh,
They
that's
are a
everybody.
kind.
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm
everybody.
like, what were you trying to say?
Yeah,
Like,
that's-
what was this?
that's everybody.
When were you so emo, man?
It's so cringe. My Facebook memories are so cringe, and they're usually like some "I got friends in low places" lyrics.
Oh, no, I'm good with those. I'm not about the jokes. I'm like,
Like, out of nowhere.
like, because I was a bad employee. Like that's why I had to quit
Salute.
because I was just. As soon as I found comedy, like I was a great employee right up until the point that I found comedy.
Yeah.
Then it was like I would go and
Have something
I'm
else
on
to focus
Facebook,
on. Yeah.
No, then it's like you have a
posting
job.
dumb
but-
jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, not doing any of my work. Like the fact that they let me work there like for a good 5 years while I was starting to do comedy,
Yeah.
and I would shout out State of Texas, thank you for that.
I have a 8-minute EP. The first time I did LOL. that I released on Bandcamp. I don't promote it,
Oh.
but it's out there.
I would have had more respect
I
if it was on
remember that.
SoundCloud, but
No,
I
Bandcamp.
that
remember
would have been
that.
hard.
Well, because I like Bandcamp does this Bandcamp Friday where like all the money goes.
You did
and
that
even
shit
though-
for your birthday or something, right?
Yeah, I did it for my birthday.
I remember that. I remember
Oh,
that.
okay.
'Cause I was trying to raise
it.
some money. I was like, if you want to give me something,
I
like
listened
send me
to it.
money and
An
shit.
8-track EP.
8 minute.
8 minute.
8 minute.
You got one
EP.
play right here, player.
Yeah.
Was that like a joke and a half? Like,
Well, all my shit's short.
Oh, you
Bang,
do
bang.
short
It's
punches.
short,
Okay.
short jokes. You know, little.
It's like
shit
his
here.
cack.
okay, respect.
You're good, dude.
I remember
I saw it.
like one of the first jokes I wrote,
Yeah.
and it's dog shit.
Well,
So
let's
I
hear it.
started in November of whatever year. I think I was about to turn 28, and MLK Day
oh,
was in January.
some racist
Oh
shit.
yeah.
My first showcase was at Blue Star Brewery, where we were right down the street.
Yeah.
Saturday.
It was because we have the biggest MLK march in America.
Yeah.
Do we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like people fly out for it. We
Yeah.
have over 1 million people,
No shit.
and my joke was so shitty. It was oh, I'm sorry, my legs are sore because I was at the march this weekend. Oh no, I didn't want to go. Someone stole my TV.
What?
Do y'all remember y'all's first joke y'all wrote?
I'm saying a black person
yeah, some racist
stole
shit.
my shit.
Some racist shit. That was my first joke I wrote. Was like some
Oh,
racist shit, and it was like when Trump was president. I was like, "Oh, what is it like to be white? What is it like to be black? What is it like to be brown?
You think you know dark humor until dark humor happens.
But what is it like to be orange? Because President Trump is orange. Like it was some dumb shit like
Orange, orange with a 4-inch.
that. Yeah, it was some dumb shit like that, like
Yeah.
racist dumb shit because orange. Do you remember your first joke you ever wrote?
Nah.
No.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I really don't.
Come on,
Check your
dog.
fucking 8
Well,
minute EP.
well, what's the first one you remember writing?
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know, man.
He's like, I still do them all.
I still do. I still do them. I still do them. They're different
He doesn't
now.
want to admit it.
From a different point of view.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But no, I don't remember. Off the
Dude, it was
spot.
some dumb shit. Like I did like white, black, yellow, orange, and I remember doing some yellow shit. Some fucking stupid dumb shit.
Solid.
Dude. I was like, why?
Keep
would
it
I
up, kid.
say
Keep
that?
it up, kid.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have a joke? Table talk. Do you have a joke that's too dirty you won't tell it, or that's too it's fucked up, like you shouldn't say that, or maybe even cringy?
I mean, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, we heard your 5.
Fuck you. Yeah, dude. No, I feel like that's every comic.
Would you say it
Yeah.
right now?
No.
Don't be a pussy. Man up. At worst, you get no laughs. What's the difference?
You should be used to that.
Get them. I know mine.
What is yours?
Say it.
You have it
All right.
ready.
Yeah, I do.
All right, what is
Because
it?
I never say it. I talk about how I went to juvie, and I have a fear of using public restrooms. My parents picked me up, and my dad was like, "Yo, let's go get something to eat." I was like, "No, we need to go home now," because I hadn't shit the whole time I was in juvie.
Which was how long?
3 weeks.
No.
You didn't
The
shit
whole
for
time?
3
I didn't
weeks?
shit.
No way.
I didn't shit. I've such a back then. Like I'm bad now. I was way worse back then.
Nah,
You
dog.
would have been like.
I would just.
physically ill
It was.
Yeah.
by
Trust
that
me.
point.
I was not doing the
Like
most
you-
sanitary shit. I guess I would say.
You were doing like the Shawshank, but it's like you're shaking out shit from the bottom
Like
of your
dirt,
butt leg.
some dirt. No, it wasn't that bad. But the joke was that when I got out, I said it looked like September 12th, 2001 at Ground Zero, and it smelled like Sandy Hook.
Jesus.
That was my cringiest shit.
Yeah.
Not
See that?
the shit I took, but
Yeah.
the shit I took on stage.
Yeah.
I'm sure mine was like trying to say fucking the F bomb or something.
Oh, I'm not allowed to say that anymore.
F-bomb? You don't cuss on stage?
No, the
No, the other F bomb.
Oh.
Fun one.
Trying to make the fun one a fun thing. And it's probably stupid or hacky
Oh,
or terrible.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it's
Yeah.
been done.
Do you got one?
It's been done.
Just trying to say it
You
to
just
be
wanna-
edgy,
Oh,
man. Yeah, just wanted to be
I don't know if
edgy,
they're,
man.
they're necessarily cringe. They'd probably be considered soft by most dark humorists. But there's definitely jokes that I've, just outgrown. Like I'm not interested in doing
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
anymore. There was one that I used to do that people loved, and it just kind of doesn't work for me anymore.
It washed away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it washed away. Yeah, and it was about my cousin. I used to do a series of jokes about this semi based in reality cousin that I have named Cousin Beto, and she's this chola like character, and so she would come in and out through my set, and I said Veto's the type of girl that she has to smack her lips, after everything. Right, and she keeps doing this, and I'm always arguing with Veto, and I go, Veto, you gotta stop smacking your lips. I go, that's why those black guys keep hitting on you. They think you're talking to them in their native tongue. And here's the thing, black comics love that joke.
Yeah,
Okay, I did that joke
That's
in
pretty
black rooms,
funny.
but
That's
I
pretty
just
funny.
outgrew it. I'm like, okay, but I'm running a risk here of the it
Cancellation?
not,
'Cause
of
it
it
could-
not
it could
being
seem- yeah.
no, fuck the cancellation. I don't give a shit. But I don't intentionally go into a show like, let me piss some people off.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I've never written a joke be like, oh, people are gonna hate this joke.
Yeah.
No. Like, so it was unintentional. And then I used to do another joke that danced around the idea of domestic violence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
And I thought it was hilarious. And a lot of people did. I even had a feminist be like, you know what? I didn't want to like that joke, but it was a good joke.
Yeah.
And
It's a good mark.
I used to say it was a joke about have you ever gone out in public with a woman that has a black eye?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot like driving around a beat up car. Because people look at you like they don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But they just assume that you did it.
It was your fault.
Whatever. It was your fault. Just kidding. No one wants to.
Yo, put that
Driver walk-
motherfucker back in rotation.
That's hilarious.
And they don't know the story. Like maybe you came home from work one day and your car didn't have dinner ready.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe your car burnt the hamburger helper. Who the fuck burns hamburger helper? The instructions are on the goddamn box. Right?
Solid.
It says 15 minutes on a low simmer.
That's
I said low simmer, bitch.
funny, dude. That's funny.
And that's why the little glove is on the hamburger to remind her if you fuck this up.
The fucking glove, dude.
Jeez, that's great.
Of course, I'm joking.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, I would never hit a woman.
For dinner.
Yeah.
I would kick her. All my power's in my legs. I'm not a striker. You know what I'm saying? And
Ground and pound.
And listen, I would always end by apologizing. I know not everybody is comfortable with domestic violence. Keep practicing. You'll get better at it.
Nice.
Like I said, it was a great bit. The people that enjoyed it really enjoyed it. I was in Houston doing a bunch of shows, and after one of the shows, a lady tossed a note in my merch box. Like when I wasn't paying attention, I read it, and she's like, I get the joke you were trying to make, but as someone who's experienced domestic violence,
As someone who's burned hamburger helper.
I didn't stop doing it right away, and I was like, I'm really, wasn't trying to make light of the situation, but I get, So eventually, like I said, I outgrew it.
Yeah. We did a show in Odessa, and we had a group of girls that were there that were domestic violence counselors from the show.
Oh,
And
that's
we didn't do any jokes like that, whatever. Afterwards, they wanted to hang out, and they're like, "Oh, you're comics. You might, appreciate a good joke."
The coolest.
So their joke was, "What do you tell a girl with two black eyes?" And I was like, and you're counselors, dog? You're out here telling jokes like that?
They're either the most sensitive or they have the darkest sense of humor about it.
Yeah, because
If
they hear
they've
so
been in
much,
it,
so they
you
got
hear
to make
so
a
much
joke out
about
of
What
it.
was the punchline though? I forgot.
Nothing. You already told her
Nothing, you told her
twice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Classic.
You made me
Classic.
say that. I didn't want to say it and shit.
Classic.
You're such a fucking. So you're
I'm not for sexism or racism or any of the isms, but it did
Funny's
generate some
funny,
good
dog.
humor. You know what I'm saying? Like this.
It's funny when you make it playful because, like, you said hamburger helper so many times, and I was like, yeah, that's funny. But then when I forgot about the fucking hand, the
Hand,
fucking
yeah.
mascot. I was like, oh, fucking shit.
That's
that fucking
funny.
yeah, that adds to it. So your special is called Not for Everybody.
Not for everybody because I've kind of accepted it.
So
So-
much domestic abuse. So much.
Is that a
Great
is that a,
title.
Is that a title that you came up with, or is that a title that somebody told? Like, it was brought on by somebody like telling you, hey, like this wasn't funny. I didn't think that was funny. Like, your
So
response
yeah,
is,
I
like,
kind
Not
of
for everybody.
I tried not to go super preachy in the special, but I do touch on it a little bit there. So like I said,
Is that like foreshadowing? Not for everybody.
it's not. Well, yeah, it's an overall acknowledgement just of where comedy's headed. You know, back in the day, there's club comics, and I mean, you play for middle America, and you know. Even us as Latino comics, even if you don't consider yourself one, just the fact because of the last name you have, people you put your last name on a fucking flyer and go to fucking Cleveland, Ohio, they're gonna ask, is the show in English? Just because of the way your name's spelled.
Yeah.
So even if you don't want to claim that title, guess what? You're fucking stuck with it.
Huerta,
So-
Ramos, Flores.
So and then they always tell you, right?
Luna.
Well, you got to decide as a Latino comic. You got to decide: are you going to be a Latino comic, or are you going to be a comic that happens to be Latino? Whatever fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, they said, well, here's the, and they tell you, you know, don't write just for a Latino audience. Well, you know, even if I'm not writing for just a Latino audience, I'm not going to tell this story in a way that everyone's going to appreciate it.
Yeah.
Some people lack the ability to appreciate other people's backgrounds. It's not that this joke was specifically for a Latino audience. It's that I am Latino and my experience is Latino. Why can't I go up there and talk about it just the way a Jewish guy can go up and talk about his overbearing mother or whatever? How many, you know, I knew
picking
more
up
about Jewish
coins.
people from listening to Jewish comics than I ever did. But because I was willing to listen to,
Yeah.
okay, I didn't live that exact experience, but I can kind of connect the
Connect
dots
to
to something
something,
that's relative to me, you know. And people can do that same thing with quote unquote Latino humor. It's
Jeremy
not for
Brown.
everybody. Yeah, exactly. It also lends to the fact that a lot of people, especially early on, expected me to be clean. For some reason, I don't know if that had anything to do with Gabriel. I know Gabriel's very clean, and people want to put you in a box really quickly.
If you're big, yeah, we're fluffy.
you're fluffy,
We were fluffy.
and why aren't you like Fluffy? Fluffy doesn't cuss, and Fluffy.
Fuck that fat fuck.
No, nothing against him, but that's who
Nah,
he
fuck
is,
him.
right? And so I got told several times through showcases like this or through submitting videos for different festivals,
Yeah.
hey, it's dirty, can you clean it up? And I would actually sometimes resubmit, and they'd still be like, oh, you said shit. And I'd be like, yeah, bro.
What do you
that's
want?
That's about as clean as it gets. Like, I
Yeah.
cuss a lot in my regular day-to-day
Yeah.
life. I'm not like up there. If I say fuck a lot, it's because that's how I talk. Like, fuck is like to me sometimes if I get in that mode. Like, and I'm not up there, you know, of course you hire me for a corporate gig or whatever. I mean, I know where I'm at. There's kids running
You'll song and
around.
dance a little bit. Yeah.
You know, but if what I'm trying to do is find a fan base for me, why am I going to put on airs and act like I'm this
Yeah.
clean act? Now you come to see me at fucking the Chuckle Bucket and
Fuck this, fuck
fuck
that.
this, fuck that. Well,
Yeah.
hey, whoa, that's not what you were doing over there. So
You sold us on
you know
fake
what?
tickets.
I rather you see it now, and then okay, that guy cusses a lot and he talks about
Yeah.
drugs and he does talks about sex and
Like my
and-
comedy for my comedy for
and
how
I like
saw
all the
it. Yeah.
I like all that stuff, or I
Yeah.
can handle it, and that's what I'm gonna come see.
Yeah.
You know, instead of this, you know, not everybody has to be for everybody. Not everybody's gonna laugh at everything.
Yeah.
Kind of situation.
Doug, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You got long hair.
Yeah.
Are you a shroom guy?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Fuck yeah. Acid?
No.
All right.
No,
do you
it's
think
from the earth?
You have
Only
long
Do you
hair.
think
Strictly organic.
there's like, is there an amount that you can eat as a virgin that doesn't fuck you up?
Doesn't
Of
fuck you
shrooms.
up? Of shrooms?
Yeah,
Yeah, just any micro.
as a virgin.
Can I
Never done it before.
Never
Can
done
I
it
answer,
before.
Doug?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I tell people all the time, you know, start off with a cap and a stem, or just a 2 stem. For if you've really never done it and you're worried about like being anxious, I'd say take 2 stems, and because sometimes caps can be a little. I've
Tricky.
taken a cap and a stem in Denver, and their stuff was like,
Primo.
yeah, because it's somewhat legalized up there. I'm not exactly sure about the
Yeah.
legalities of, but you can get it with a prescription. Like it's not like weed. Like you can't just go to a dispensary and get it, but certain people have access to it enough to where when I asked, without outing the person, but it was someone who had access to us both before and after the show.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Can I get you anything?" And I jokingly said, "You know, I can get some shrooms around here. I hear they're legal." And he goes, "Oh, yeah, I'll get on that for you." Now, normally in where we're from, if you ask for drugs, and someone says, "I'll get on that for you," you're gonna
Get the
hear
fuck
something.
out.
You're gonna hear something like 2 days later.
Yeah.
Hey, you still need that?
Yeah.
You know, or some bullshit, and then you're gonna have to jump through some fucking hoops, like to
Me and
get
the guy
the
that you
shit.
don't want to be.
When
blah,
I
blah.
say that, I don't think this guy. I don't think 15 minutes passed before this guy walked back into the room.
You already had it.
With a giant fucking sack of shrooms. Be like, "How much you want?" And like
Yeah.
he just grabbed a handful and be like, "Here, that should do you for the weekend, right?"
See, I gave my man shrooms.
Yeah.
The first time, all he did was shit a lot.
Shit a lot.
You just had to shit.
Okay.
Second time, didn't touch him.
Okay.
We're trying to figure out what the problem is.
I've had to shit a lot on shrooms.
I've never had that.
And to
phenomenon.
interject,
You know who my man's is? Pat.
It was me.
You had
I-
the shits.
The first time I did it in high school, and
Okay.
I was like, oh man, I'm gonna trip. Not just got really like violently like painfully like diarrhea ill.
Yeah. Maybe.
No trips, no nothing. And then a couple months ago, about a month ago, I had like a whole handful or like a palm full, and I took a little at a time. Took a cap,
Okay.
nothing. Stem, nothing.
Are you strictly eating like just shrooms, like caps and stems, like we're talking about? Are you
well-
taking it in chocolate or any of the other
No.
type of
No,
form?
just
I
the
gave it to
shrooms. Drank. I was drinking beer.
I would maybe see if you can get your hands on some chocolate.
The
I
chocolate
guess.
bar?
Try it that way. 'cause
Like the
it,
eighth?
it might, yeah.
Well,
Might-
I
it
wanted
might-
to see what I was eating because, like, with chocolate bars, it just looked like you don't know how much is in.
No, you eat
that.
the whole
You
thing.
gotta.
no, yeah, one
you gotta
piece is a
trust
gram.
What it is, yeah.
But yeah, nothing. I wound up eating the whole bag that he got for me. Nothing. Nothing happened. I was mad. I was like, I want a trip, but nothing happened.
No,
You might have needed more, but yeah, I think the other stuff just sounds like the actual shrooms themselves maybe just upset your stomach because they're not the greatest tasting thing. I do teas. Also, if you don't want to do that, if you want to know,
Yeah, you grind them up and put it in
grind
tea.
it up, soak it in a tea for like water for like 15 minutes.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can put it with any other tea you like drinking.
Yeah.
And then what I do just to make sure you don't lose some of it is then you eat the mush. Like you let it sit at the bottom and it gets real soaked up with the tea and mushy,
Yeah.
and you just
Eat
scoop
the
that
mushy.
out, eat it out, and make sure you get it all. And it hits you pretty quickly that way too.
How often do you do it?
When I can get it, kind of situation.
Oh yeah.
And also, when I have time, right? Like
You don't
See,
get
that's the thing
shrooms.
too. Like,
I'm a parent, so I can't just be like,
you don't get shrooms. Shrooms finds you.
like you
Yeah.
gotta like plan it out. You have to have the whole day. Like no
I
appointments.
gotta have the time.
I don't have to be anywhere early tomorrow. Like that was my whole
Yeah.
thing.
Well, usually
Yeah,
out of town, I don't like getting like too spacey out of town. Like
That was the
on
thing too,
road.
because we got it when we were out of
Yeah.
town, but I didn't take it until I got back into
But-
town because
So
safe spaces, all that stuff.
So Mike Cannon was recently on Are You Garbage, and they were talking about shrooms, and I fucking dude, what he said resonates with me so much. Like when he's on shrooms, there's an hour of what he calls quote unquote nope time. where you just gotta be alone. Like, hey, let me fight these fucking demons and shit like that. Like, it's nope time. And I agree with that because like whenever I take shrooms, when I'm feeling it, like I gotta be alone. Like I gotta leave. I gotta be alone. I don't want to do nothing for like an hour because that's the fucking demons I'm fighting. And I feel like that exactly too. Because like when I take shrooms, I'm like, okay, it's fun. I don't want to be around nobody.
Yeah.
Me personally, I love doing drugs by myself.
Exactly.
Shrooms.
I love doing whatever the drug is.
No.
Any drug?
Any drug.
I'm talking about specifically
I just wanna be
shrooms.
solo.
Like I cannot do shrooms socially because for
We
like
have.
It's not a social drug though, and I argue with
But-
people about this all the time.
we have done it socially, but that doesn't mean that I wasn't fucking panicking like in
Bro, we
bullshit.
just got cool, and we're on the strip on St. Mary's.
Okay.
I hit him with the double knucks. He tries to double. I was like, nah, son, pick one.
Oh,
He hits one hand. It was a fat one.
Fat ass stem.
yeah.
I was like, oh, it's yours. He goes, well, what was in the other hand? Another fat ass stem.
Nah, we were like down the hatch. All right.
There you go. It's cool sometimes, you know.
But 9 out of 10, I want to be solo.
But
wanna be
I wouldn't
solo.
do more than that though. Like if I'm gonna do like an eighth or something and like fucking
Yeah,
trip,
that's
like
what
you
it
gotta
was.
do that in your home somewhere where
Yeah,
you
where
feel
it's safe.
No part of
You know.
fuck the wilderness.
Yeah, no, none of that. And in fact, I do a joke about that on the specials. Like, I can't. People want to go on field trips and shit. Like,
Nah.
like let's go hiking.
Yeah.
Like, no. Shrooms is a stay at home, lock the door, fucking kind of activity.
Acid, LSD, all that shit I want to do inside.
It's not a party drug. People are like,
It's-
oh, fucking. It's like for me, it's much more of a spiritual experience.
It's at
you know?
least an hour of like, nope. Let me battle these demons.
Yeah.
It's
If you're
I
enjoying
can't
it.
hide
Bro,
from it.
I
Let
went to midget wrestling on shrooms.
Okay.
God awful.
Yeah.
It sucked.
I've gone to concerts, but like very chill, low key concerts, like.
All the lights and all that shit still going.
No. This was like it wasn't an acoustic performance, but it was
Oh.
in Port Aransas. One of my favorite singer songwriters, Ray Riley Hubbard,
Uh-huh.
was there, and like I don't even think the place sat 100 people, and it's like basically like a house, like a 2-story house, and they had like couches all over the place, and like so we went upstairs and like I was just sitting in this comfy ass couch, dude, watching my fucking favorite like singer songwriter like just jam with his son and a drummer, just a little 3-piece band.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dudes like singing these like super bluesy songs, and that was
Oh, yeah.
nice. Not he doesn't do no smoke and lights.
Oh,
or nothing
okay,
like that.
okay.
I wouldn't do nothing like that.
No, I would love to go like on shrooms to a concert like a Pink Floyd, David Gilmour, like fucking Light, Laser and shit. Like I would
that
love
might
to
be
experience
cool.
that.
Some Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
I'd rather just watch the fucking movie.
Yeah. The movie would be
Yeah.
good enough. Even like
Fuck it.
the concerts on YouTube, I would like. I even did that. I was like, because I was trying to convince myself when I took it. I was like, oh, it's hitting. I started listening, watching concerts on YouTube. I was like, oh,
Play the wall.
Here we go. Like trying to convince. Never happened.
We don't need
Never fucking happened. I was so mad, dude.
education.
I recently just did my first show on shrooms, but it was a super microdose.
Oh yeah.
I did a
it was
mic on
alright. It was
shrooms.
good.
Yeah.
I can never perform comedy on shrooms.
You see me do it.
I did see you do it.
How
At
Good
Tan-
set.
at Tandem.
Yeah, same
It was
good.
all right.
And rock box.
Some people feel that same way about THC. They say they can't.
No.
do it.
No, weed I can't do.
I
No?
can't.
I fuck up the
No?
punch.
Oh, yeah, almost exclusively.
I don't
Yeah, you lose like track of fucking time.
I don't even drink a beer before I go on stage. I'll take a beer on stage
Yeah.
and drink on stage.
That's amazing.
But I won't drink a beer before.
I'll take a beer on stage. I'll have a beer or a shot before.
I need to relax.
just to get you loosey goosey.
No, I don't. If there's too loose. There's too goosey.
No, one beer,
you
one
see me
shot.
at both.
Yeah, dude.
One beer, one shot. That's fine. But not like shots and beers. But like, yeah, a shot, a beer, fine.
Back when I used to be more of a drinker, I had a 2-drink rule. I could do
yeah.
up to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Before
not,
stage,
not
but not-
fucked up, but like
Like, but I got that from like when playing in bands. Like we had like because like we're like, oh, we're fucking party animals and shit. But that was our thing. Like, nope, you don't start drinking until you get on stage, and then you get a show beer. So like the audience sees you drinking, they're like, oh yeah, they're fucking party, just like
They're
all
what they
the-
said they were.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
You
no,
can't keep up with that lifestyle.
no, man. So like, I got it from
Same
that.
thing with comics. A lot of comics when they're first starting out think that they're supposed to drink and do other stuff.
Not everyone's supposed to be Kreischer.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
yeah.
It doesn't work
I've-
for everybody.
I've seen like what's the Mencia? He goes, hey, they're gonna buy me a lot of shots. Make them water.
Yep. Pour me water.
Yeah, and tell them it's tequila.
Water. Yeah,
He's like, put the lime in, put everything. He's like, make it look real.
You can always just tell the waitress that, and it's common enough that people will do it. Like
Yeah.
they know what you're talking about. Like
yeah.
just be like, don't. Or you can even tell them, oh, the first two, yes, but then after that, just a few weeks ago, Chingo was in Corpus, and the tour sponsored by tequila company now.
You got to drink.
And, and so he goes up there with a drink, and then they're running like a special on this tequila while the show's going on as part of the sponsorship. And so then they start buying him shots and wanting to take him up to the stage.
Yeah.
I've seen when Steve Trevino comes to Corpus, he's from there. Dude, they get him. He'll do it on the last show. The first, like, I've seen him do, like, the first shows, he's like, nothing. The last show of the night,
He lets loose.
He'll be like, okay, yeah, he'll get up, you know. But it's a lot of his family, a lot of people he went to school with. So it's it's a lot. I mean, it's still a show for him, but
It's
to
like a
him,
private
it's
party
like
type of thing.
Yeah, it's like a party. You know,
Gregory,
just
Portland.
A shitload of love.
No, that's where
Yeah.
he's from.
That he gets there. So
I'm very strict when it comes to drinking and stuff. Like if I'm hosting for somebody, I'll do a shot after I introduce the headliner. Because I fucked up a headliner's name before. So I'm like, you don't drink until the fucking night's over.
yeah.
And so after I introduced, I was like, yeah, give me a couple shots of whiskey.
We were recently in Corpus, and fucking somebody bought a beer for Scott. Yeah, on
chugged
stage.
it.
On stage.
I chugged it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's always a good feeling.
I do that.
When they appreciate it.
I'm about that life.
Yeah, man. That was a good show, man. That was the first time. That was my first time in Corpus. I don't know if y'all been to Mesquite before.
Me and him together.
What's that?
Mesquite Street.
Oh yeah, you had
Yeah.
you had been there up there back.
That was
Way
my
back
first,
when.
That was my first time at Mesquite Street.
It's a little different now. If you
Bro,
guys-
Danielle showed love.
in its heyday. We used to be able to put up to 100 people up there.
Oh,
and
really?
now,
Oh, shit.
and now the building's just so old. They kind of
Yeah, I counted. There was
Back in the day, there
they
was
can
no
only do
tables.
50.
there was like
It was
30
just
We would do
chairs and
tables. There were
rows.
smaller tables.
there was
Yeah.
30 plus people in there. I counted
Yeah,
like
yeah.
30, 35, something like that.
Edit
but
that.
there was people at
Edit
every
that.
No, but there was people at
Yeah.
every table. It was
Sold
a small
out.
room. It was a small room, but like there were people at every table, which was I could not ask for a better outcome than that. Like I thought there was gonna be 6 people.
Yo, for real, we were a little nervous.
I was like, I thought there was gonna be nobody.
I was so happy.
But they filled up the room.
It was this bad. So I had my cousin, because my cousin lives in Cal Allen.
Uh-huh.
My cousin and her
Which is Corpus.
Corpus.
Tell your fucking cousin he lives in Corpus.
So
I live in Cal Allen. Cal Allen's a school district.
Tell that
You
Flower
live in-
Bluff bitch.
Flower Bluff too. Flower Bluff is Corpus too. You don't live anywhere different. You live in the same shithole that I do.
So I have cousins in Corpus. Well, like she just divorced from her husband, but I'm still cool with him. So
Great guy.
So I knew that they were both going to the show, but I didn't tell them because we needed asses.
You
in the
were so
seats.
worried about having 2 less people there.
Yeah, dude.
You know what Pat
So I-
says?
so I-
Wait, here's Pat's logic. Me and Pat talked about this.
Uh-huh.
They got a kid together, so they're like, all right.
I mean, for the most part,
They got to be civil,
they gotta at least be civil.
but they didn't need to spend like their night.
Well, you didn't sit them at the
together.
same table.
No,
did
they didn't
you?
sit at the same table. They
Okay.
sat pretty close. Well, every seat's pretty close.
Yeah.
But she goes like, "Did you know Brian was gonna be here?" I was like, "Yeah." And I told her after the show, I was like, "I didn't say anything because I didn't know who else was gonna be here, and we really need the ticket sales."
It was awkward because she was like, oh, this is my ex-husband. This is my boyfriend.
You know what sucks now is next time you come, neither one of them are gonna come.
Yeah.
Because they don't believe you.
We'll be in the big room by then, so it's all good.
Yeah, we'll put them on separate sides. Nah, but they're great, man. It was great. So I did have family there, which was cool, and then a bunch of like new people. Like I was like, oh shit, I'm surprised these people are fucking with us, dude. It was fun. I think we had a fucking pretty good night.
Yeah.
So shout out to Danielle Torres for bringing us out.
Even though she left me on red.
It was
Oh.
left out red.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
me too.
Huh.
I hit her with the,
I think
hey, yo, like, thank you so
she's
much
a busy lady. She gets,
for having us. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And then I sucked her dick on the post,
Uh-huh.
Like, shout out Danielle Torres.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us, blah, blah, blah. Everyone liked it but her. Everyone.
She really does
Javi
not-
Luna liked it.
Well, I'm in promotion mode, so I'm on social media more than I normally would be. So
I respect the honesty on
I
that.
see it. Yeah. Oh yeah. If you go back, like I didn't start posting. Like I knew that I'd been off social media. Like I wasn't like posting regularly at all, and I was like, okay, but I need to push this special out. And
Yeah.
I know if I'm not posting regularly, no one's gonna see my shit.
Yeah.
So then I just started posting more, and you comment on other people's stuff. I mean, there's little tricks you can do to make sure that people are seeing your stuff, and you basically just have to show like, okay, I'm gonna play the game and use this fucking dumb app, you know,
Nah, for sure.
for its intended purposes. And
So besides social media, what other things are you doing to ramp up to the release? And then what are you going to do afterwards?
doing everybody's podcast I can right now.
Thank you.
I'm working with somebody that's kind of been coaching me in the YouTube Shorts. Which I was bad. I've had a YouTube channel almost since year 1 or 2, and you know I post a video up there maybe once a year. You know, some dumb skit idea that I had and shot, and I did a web series. That was probably the biggest growth I saw. I had a years ago with Danielle. Actually, I wrote a web series called Rosa. So that was, so I created and wrote all those episodes and directed them. I wasn't in any of them, so sometimes people don't always associate with it. But I ended up getting a lot of writing gigs after that.
Really, that's cool.
And so my YouTube has been stagnant until I found out about YouTube Shorts, which is very much like Instagram Reels.
Mm-hmm.
I was completely not realizing that I was missing this whole facet of social media.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was good. Like, oh, I'm posting TikToks, I'm posting Reels, nothing's happening. I've seen probably more growth on my YouTube in the last 5 days than I probably had in the last 10 years.
Did you pay?
I have not paid anything.
Damn.
I'm not paying anything. All the growth is organic. I'm up like 20-something thousand views just in the last 5 days.
Dude.
And
Fuck yeah.
So I'm hoping that's gonna all pay off for the special. The clips from the special will start rolling out probably, if not tomorrow, the day after.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and just trying to play the game as best I can to where I'm comfortable with it, because I'm also like, I'm not one of those guys that be like, oh, promoting yourself, that's fucking dumb. Like, you got to promote
That's
yourself.
the game.
But but also I don't believe in like losing yourself and like just like, oh, I'm just all about manipulating the numbers and just like where you're like, oh, I'm gonna pay for followers.
I would,
and it's
in
like,
a heartbeat.
You know.
I would pay for 20K views.
I'd rather have 10,000 people see it that might actually come someday.
That might
and
be
see
like actual followers. That will.
But you know
follow
what?
throughout.
In my head is like, I figure my stand-up will back it up.
You know.
So if I paid for 20K followers to actually view it, and let's say 5 people show up, 10 people show up.
I'm good with boosting.
But the humor, is like,
I'm talking about.
let's see this motherfucker.
I'm talking
again.
about there's actual accounts like
Yeah.
that'll actually be like they're like, oh, for this much we can get you an additional 10,000 followers, and they're like half of them are bots.
They're bots, or they don't even follow for comedy. They just follow different context or content. Content.
Yeah.
So it's not comedy audiences that you'll be buying.
Yeah.
They're paying for. You want like the comedy people, because that's where they're coming to you.
Yeah.
To see that
And it
stuff.
feels-
then
No,
follow you
whore
throughout.
out.
A buddy of mine had done it for back. This is back in the old Facebook days. We had a joint page together where we were promoting stuff, and he didn't tell me that he was doing it, and I was just like, dude, we're getting a shitload of like new followers on the fan page, bro.
Yeah.
I go, but it's like Middle Eastern people.
Yeah.
That's the game, baby.
Like an unusual amount of like Middle Eastern people. Like
They're all expats?
A lot of Patels.
And he was all like, oh yeah, my homeboy's like doing this thing where he's like getting people extra followers, and he didn't charge me this time. He just wanted to show us what he could do. And I was
That's
all
the
like,
new sweatshop, bro.
and I'm like, oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
like, it feels kind of dumb, like that I'm so caught up on having this number next to my name.
Yeah.
You know, but it's whatever.
It matters.
It matters. It does matter. I need to
Mhm.
focus on the numbers more and the shorts and all that stuff. But it's just like, I don't know. I just got to do it. I keep making excuses, but if I want to grow this thing. So after the release, after March.
So you're saying you bought follow?
No, I'm gonna though.
Not yet.
Yeah. Next paycheck. Next payday.
Good for you.
What are you gonna do after the release? Do you have any like tour? Or
After
do you
the
have
release,
shows? or what do you got going on?
I have a couple other comics that I'm thinking of doing like some joint tours together with. And starting to do some stuff with more in like the Austin area. That's kind of a hot.
It is popping,
area.
yeah.
It's popping out there, and you know, and then just the usual shows that I do, you know, just trying to keep going, get the word out, and hopefully what's the hand.
Yes, Jacob.
I got a question.
Okay, what's up?
Being a veteran in the game, so you're gonna release
If you
this
can call me
comedy special. When?
It's coming out March 10th.
So after that,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna go on tour.
Uh-huh.
Are you gonna do nothing but new material, or are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
How is that to you? Like being a veteran,
Uh-huh.
being in it so long, like. Do you get like, fuck, what am I going to do after this? I just
No.
released a whole special. I got to start over. Like, do you get those like weird fears of that? Of like, oh, fuck, what am I
No.
going to do? Or how is it coming off a special for you
Yeah.
and going into new material?
Well, because I'm built different. All right. It's just what you gotta understand. No,
You have a lot in the chamber.
No, what happened is I waited. Some people, you know, I see some of these young comics, and I'm not gatekeeping. Do what the fuck you're gonna do. Is what I believe. But if I'm on, I could definitely see that fear when you're only 2-3 years in.
Yeah.
You just got that hour, homie.
Yeah.
Like
For real.
you just finished writing and developing that hour, and it might not even really actually be there yet. But that's not for me to
No
decide.
shit. I'm just
That's
like,
for you to decide.
oh.
I know you don't got another one in the chamber. I recorded this 11 years in. Okay,
Yeah.
I've been on the road for 8-9 of those years.
Yeah.
Like outside my market, developing new material, hitting the same markets every year. You don't want to go up there with the same material you had last year because the people
already know what the
they
fuck it
already know
is.
what it said, right?
Yeah.
So you can't do it. So you have to write every year. You know, I got into the habit very early on of I was featuring. So I was doing 25 minutes every 6 months. I would replace half of that 25 minutes
Hell yeah.
set with a fresh 12. What that led to is, I had hours of material in the chamber. I did 2 shows for my special. The first one I did 1 hour and 4. The second one I did 1 hour and 15. Between those shows, there's about 45 minutes of no overlap.
Bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
I have more in the chamber, and for some reason, since then I've hit just a prolific writing bump. Since then, I've developed so much new material. We recorded in July, so I have no fears. If I do a joke from there, it'll be because I feel like it that night.
Yeah.
But it won't be, oh, this is my set.
Dependent.
Let me
Right.
run the special again.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It'll
Dude.
never be like that again. You'll never hear that collection of jokes back to back like it was done.
That's funny because I asked that because like tonight before we started recording this podcast, I was next door at the bar
Mhm.
and there was this guy who looked at me and he asked me, he's like, were you ever a fan of Ralphie May?
Mhm.
And dude, we did not talk comedy at all the entire night. We were just bullshitting. He's like, you ever a fan of Ralphie May? I was like, wow, dude, that's so crazy that you asked me that. Because not too long ago, Scott here sent me
Javi knows it.
sent me and Pat a Ralphie May comedy
his
class
master class on
at the
Vimeo?
comedy store.
No,
yeah,
it comes like every 5 years.
I've posted. Go back on my Facebook. I've posted it. I used to post it like at least once a year. If you're a new comic, watch it. If you're a new comic,
And
watch
there's
it.
a moment.
I got tired of
There's a
telling people.
moment in that master class where somebody asks him kind of along the same questions, and he says, "Yeah, I got like 4, 5, 6 hours of material worth of in my brain right here."
Yeah.
because he's been doing it so fucking long.
Right.
So when you said that right now, that's what kind of it took me back to, and that reminded me of it right now. And I was just like, "Wow, dude, That's fucking dope. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. I get it now. Now that you're saying it,
been fortunate.
you've been doing
that
it.
way. In fact, I'm planning on. The plan is to record a new one from next year.
Yeah.
Next
Fuck
year
yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm trying to go into my prolific era, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah.
And
Which
fuck
we
it,
all
if
should.
they're all undergrounds,
Which
that's
we
cool
all
too,
should.
you know,
Yeah.
but
Bro,
What?
as long as you get love in the state, what does it matter?
yeah, it doesn't matter.
You get booked?
and that's where I'm at. You know, I was telling, you know, like I said, I've been around long enough that you know, people are like, oh, you know, I can manage you, but you need this many numbers or whatever,
Yeah.
and I was like, all I really need, you know, I can't be out on the road every week. I don't. If you look at my shit, it looks like I'm not doing anything, but a lot of that's because I got my sons half the time, and if I have my sons, I'm not on the road. I'm not doing anything that I can't drive
Yeah.
Yeah.
and come back to. Like
yeah.
I could be out on the road doing a lot more if I wanted to, because of how long I've been out doing shit. Therefore, all I really need is one or two solid markets where I can sell a couple hundred tickets.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a lot to ask for. That's a very small sliver of the pie that I'm asking
It's
for.
very
I'm
attainable too.
not asking to sell out theaters. I'm not
Yeah.
even asking to sell out major clubs. You know what I'm saying? So that's the method that I'm.
I saw you with the major club
Mhm.
with the piñata.
At the Pinata?
Yeah.
You're talking about the club here?
Yeah.
The flyer for the up.
Yeah.
I'm doing my gordito de mayo.
That was dope. I
Show
saw
here?
the flyer look hard.
Yeah. So that was actually that headshot was. I should have reshot some new ones, but I reused those. Those were from my my last little mini tour I did at the beginning of last year. Was just called Sugar Coated Truth, and I did like El Paso and Corpus and Laredo, and I think I did one here, if I'm not mistaken. And I think I did Austin. It was kind of like just a little like what that was me beginning to solidify the hour that became the special, because Corona had happened. We had been out, but only like a little bit, not like how we were back pre-pandemic. I was out 3 to 4 days a week, 3 weeks a month.
Hell yeah.
You know,
that makes me jealous.
We were out there. You know, Corona hit me hard, man, because I had career, like I wasn't Ubering, I wasn't doing
sidebar
DoorDash.
bullshit,
Like
yeah.
I was making for the first time ever, I could say I was like, I'm paying all my bills, not some of my bills.
That's
I'm paying
rad.
all my
Hell
bills
yeah.
doing
Yeah.
comedy, and that shit disappeared like that, you know.
Fuck.
And so
Right when you got hot.
right when I was starting to get hot, man.
Ugh.
But the thing was, and that wasn't that I was getting hot. It's that I had steady work. I was opening for Chingo. Not only opening for him. I was writing and developing material with and for him. We were working on writing pitching different scripts for movies and web series together. Like, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be my place in comedy. I'm gonna be a writer. I'm gonna be an opening act, and I'm gonna be able to don't have to worry about being famous bullshit. I can just do this and be happy because I'm getting to do what I love, and I'm paying my bills, right? Corona happened, couldn't go out there do that anymore. Chingo kind of focused more on podcasting, you know, and so now I'm like, okay, now I gotta make myself a headliner.
Yeah.
I got there's no more Vatos with Locals of Comedy. There's no more Latin Comedy Jam. The Chingo tours only, you know, I go out with him, you know, whenever I'm asked, kind of situation, and because there's a lot of us. He had a big rotation of us, so we can't all be on all the shows. You know, we and he's doing less shows, so therefore there's less spots.
Less months.
So that's really where the special came from. It's like, okay, well, now I got to put my money where my mouth is. Figure out, okay, can I be a headliner and do what I was doing do the same numbers I was doing as an opening act?
Yeah. Want to wrap up with this? I appreciate you being here, dude. So you said you're already playing the next special.
Yeah.
What's something that you learned doing this special that will prepare you for the next one?
So much. Both me and Tuxedo Goose Films. That's who I shot it with. You know, they already expressed interest in doing the next one with me because this was their first comedy special. They felt like they learned so much. definitely we learned the value of having crowd shots, different crowd shots. Just makes the editing process so much easier. Definitely having the audience mic'd so that you can pick up the laughs, so that you can properly, not so you're not going to manipulate it. There's no laugh track or nothing, but you want to make sure that it's both can be felt, but not overpowering. Like, oh God, like hearing too much laughter. Like there's a balance up there, and if you record them on their own track, you can kind of gauge that to where it sounds more natural. Like, okay, like that's the. Sometimes you listen to some and you can hear where they fucked with the laugh. There was one, and I'm not calling the person out there because I don't even remember who it was. There was one special that I heard, and I was all like, it sounded like the exact same laugh. Like he had like one good laugh, and there's like a 5-minute chunk where it was like that's like that laugh was too similar.
Yeah.
Pat Theo Von. Second special.
I'm not, it wasn't a major comp.
Yeah.
Listen, I looked at a lot of people that had done independent specials because that's what I was doing. So I wanted to see, okay, where's the bar at? And okay, I know everyone knows what a Netflix special looks like or an HBO special. And I knew I wanted to come in somewhere between there. I didn't want it to look janky. I didn't want to shoot it with one iPhone straight shot. Like, let's add some production value to it. What we did was great. I mean, the special, we opened it up with a sketch, which I always loved about school specials. There's some little Easter eggs and fun things there. We did the set design as best we could do. Nice. We did the original music.
Fuck yeah.
We added production value where and how we could, and I'm really proud of the way it came out. So hopefully y'all dig it, man.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We're gonna share it.
Yeah, please.
The squad will.
March 10th.
Absolutely, man.
March 10th. Universal Comedy on YouTube.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much again. I know we got to get you on the road.
Yeah,
Universal.
Plugs, where can people find you? Your podcast, all this stuff. What are you promoting?
My podcast, Original Gordito Podcast, comes out every Wednesday. That's me and my wife just talking shit.
Fuck yeah.
It's really fun. I'm also on the What Did He Said podcast with Chingo Bling now as a recurring co-host on there, so you can check that out.
Fuck yeah.
April 6th, I will be in Austin, Texas at East Austin Comedy Club. March 23rd, I'll be at Sud Monkeys in Dripping Springs. That one just happened. It's not up on the website yet. May 5th, I'll be here in San Antonio at Upstage Comedy Club for my Gordito de Mayo show. Daniel Torres is going to be coming into town with me, as well as another young comic from Corpus. So that's a good thing about starting to headline a little bit more. You can kind of bring your own. I can bring no local talent with me because I am the opening act. I can't take you with me.
Yeah.
And so producing your own shows on the road, you kind of get to do a little more of that.
Hell yeah,
man. Thanks for coming out, guys. You got anything to promote? Anything?
Wait, real quick. My favorite Chingo Bling line: Chingo Bling's kicking doors, slinging beef or pork if it's cooked or raw. Because he sell tamales out of his truck.
Oh yeah,
that shit was so hard.
All right.
Go ahead. Anything to promote? Anything?
Yeah.
Bro, I ain't got shit.
Yeah.
We actually have a couple of more DMHB shirts for sale. They're going fast. So hit us up. Follow DMHB Pod online on Instagram. DMHB Pod on Instagram. Follow me at Jakey5_ on Instagram. This Friday I'll be at Tiger,
This goes out on Monday.
This Friday I'll be at Tiger, baby.
Every Friday.
Oh, wait, real quick. Michelle Luna, shout out. Thank you for listening.
Shout out. Prima. Shout out.
Shout out to motherfucking... Yeah.
All right, man.
No, I'm working on my show. I'm trying to get listeners.
Thanks for listening, ladies.